The turntable was built in 1916 by the American Bridge Company up in Ambridge, Pennsylvania, and it was assembled down in Macon, Georgia for the Central Georgia Railroad. Around World War II, this table was moved up to Cedartown, Georgia, and placed at the end of a branch line, where the use became much like what it is here. Once the locomotive would reach the end of the line, they would put it on the turntable, spin it around 180 degrees for the return trip in the other direction. Now, when this table was first built, it was hand-powered. It only took 4 people to be able to turn the turntable around. 2 guys on each end pushing against long poles, turn you around an 80-foot-long, 80-ton turntable with a locomotive sitting on it. And locomotive 4501 weighs about 200 tons when it's fully loaded with coal and water. But what makes it possible for only 4 people to turn around 280 tons is the bearing that's here in the center of the table. 6 feet in diameter, and the locomotive has to be balanced over the bearing. And usually, with most locomotives, the way the engineer knows that he's balanced as he brings the locomotive on is he'll be washing this far end of the table down here. If you'll notice, it's raised up just a little bit. Now, if the engineer finds the balance point, and like I said, this is typical with most locomotives, you'll see this end, or the rails on the turntable, drop down even with the rails that run into the hillside. But with this locomotive, it is almost as long as this 80-foot-long turntable. We actually have marks on each end where the locomotive has to stop. Now, locomotive 4501 was built in 1911 up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for the Southern Railway. The 4501 is a 282 wheel arrangement, having 2 small pilot wheels in the front, 8 large 63-inch diameter driving wheels. This locomotive is long enough and heavy enough that needs a 6-set of wheels back here to support the cabin firebox. The center of the 4501 holds 17 tons of coal and 13,000 gallons of water. This locomotive operated for the Southern Railway till the late 1940s, when it was sold to the Kentucky and Tennessee Railway, became the number 12 and operated there until the 1960s. In 1964, museum founding president Mr. Paul Merriman went up to Stearns, Kentucky and bought this entire locomotive out of his own pocket for only $5,000. He brought it back down to Chattanooga and he started operating this locomotive in the Southern Railway steam program that lasted up until 1994. Then once the program ended, the locomotive was operated periodically here for the next 4 years, being put into storage in late 1998 because the locomotive needed a major overhaul. In 2010, the locomotive came into the shop and started undergoing a 4-year, close to $2 million restoration, being completed in September 2014. Now, our engineer today is Mr. Nick Coleman. Our fireman is Mr. Brian Hunt, Mr. Paul Birch. So make sure you wave at them and thank them for that nice ride they gave us over here today. Now, once we get the turntable lined up with track 2, the locomotive comes off of the turntable. If you guys will follow me, we'll go back toward the train across the track and inside the repair shop.